Hello everybody, welcome in. For today's YouTube video, we are going to be playing the demo for Strange Antiques, which I'm super excited about because I played the earlier game, Strange Horticulture. It was really fun. I loved it. The developer is Bat Viking. And yeah, today we're going to check out the demo for their upcoming game. I think it releases on September 17th, which is right after my birthday. So yeah, it's coming up soon. So we got to check it out now. Become the custodian of a store dealing in occult antiques. Explore the quaint and gloomy town of Undermere, which sounds very familiar to a town from Strange Horticulture, where strange goings-on and dark mysteries abound. Find and identify arcane artifacts. Use your collection to aid the townsfolk with their unusual problems, and remember to pet your cat. They've got a cat. Yep. Okay, I'm looking forward to this for real. Let's get into the game. This is Thaumaturge's apprentice. There's a lot to learn. Every object must be treated with care, and it is important to identify the harmful from the harmless, the potent from the mild. It was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement. Then Eli left the shop, strange antiques in my hands. None of us knew that by then the pendulum was already swinging with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. I am just remembering that I absolutely love the art in this game, or in these games. I mean, look at this storefront. It's beautiful. And it's not even covered yet. The ravens were an omen, a circling unkindness of black wings and cheerless cries that seemed even then to signal the start of a rising dread. I love how, like, dark and, like, gothic the themes are, but at the same time, it feels... Strange Horticulture, at least, felt like a very cozy game with just like a little bit of mystery and so much cool storytelling. Day 1, Thursday. Huh? He got 2 different color eyes. So we got all of these. Oh, so many. So many different types of ooh. That's a little secret. Anyway, so many different types of artifacts I'm seeing. And the funny thing is, when I move the screen, everything swings. That's so cute. Oh my gosh, I'm just remembering so much about the first one right now. Okay, let's do this. First customer, hello! I have been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Ravenglass, and I must leave at once. I am leaving the shop in your care with some reluctance, I might add. Make use of my reference materials. Here, take this. There's an index in the back that may be useful to you. If in doubt, study it carefully. And remember that there are some powerful artifacts here. Under no circumstances should you seek entry to any locked doors, drawers, or cupboards. In fact, safest not to touch anything at all. I should be back in a few days. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Something tells me he won't be returning under some kind of mysterious circumstances. And look at this, we can just... Whoa, what is this table? That looks like a big old puzzle waiting to be solved. Ooh. Whoa. Oh, hello? Compass? Explore? Oh my gosh, there's so much to look at. What's this? The Thaumaturge? Eli White. Eli is a Thaumaturge? I don't know. A collector and curator of powerful objects. Objects that, to the untrained eye, may appear dull and lifeless, but that in the right hands and armed with the right knowledge can be a gateway to so much more. For Eli, the quest to unearth and understand each new object has been the driving force of his adult life. As the owner of Strange Antiques, Eli is a stern master. He knows firsthand what can happen if the right precautions are not taken. He doesn't tend to show much emotion, but he does have a more tender side, a side that is mostly reserved for the store's cat, Jupiter. So, these are the number of people we'll meet? Just in the demo or in general, I wonder? Visits, day 1. Okay, this is just a recount of our talk. That's awesome. I love that. Ooh. I can zoom in using my scroll wheel and make the little magnifying glass. That's adorable. Okay, so first person. Oh, whoops. Congratulations. Today is the day you meet the great Thomas Pope. That's me. I'm a man of two loves, fresh mountain air and a little white dog named Hamish. But I reserve some room for laughter among friends and shops with cats in them. Okay, why are you talking about all this? Did I ask for your dating profile? If you'd be so kind, I'm looking for a replacement for my hunter's boon. Use right-click on items to inspect them. Hunter's boon. How am I supposed to... Oh, wait, duh. Okay, wait, we have a book. How do I... Okay, double click. Hunter's boon, let's go to that. Hunter's boon is a primitive item. They grant the power of the predator, enhancing perception and agility. They're made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predators being the most prized. These are simple items without embellishment. Okay. Makes sense. So, could it be something like this? Bone. This is really cool. So I can look at the color composition, I can know what it feels like, scent what it sounds like, and what I think about it. That's cool. The soft sound like a serpent's whisper emanates from within. So these are snake bones, so probably not for a hunter. Yeah. This little eye moving is creepy. It's so cool. Okay, what else? Why can't I go in here? This looks like maybe it could be it. Yellow-brown. Smooth with hard ridges. Nothing scent or sound-wise. Gives a sensation of power. That could be it. Nothing... See, this is a little less simple, which is why I think maybe this isn't it. Because, like, there's this coin or whatever here, this metal. So I don't feel like that would make sense for this, based off of the description. Let me really quickly look at these, though. Then it seems like our only real option is that. Success? Identified! Hunter's boon. This is a tiger's tooth, a trophy from a predator. On closer inspection, it gives a sense of power. Right. Yep. Selenic totem. These carved totems, more commonly known as moon hearts, can be endued with a sentiment or feeling such as love or joy, and then held tightly to recall the same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both Selenic and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either the moon or the night. Oh, content discovered. Okay, so now I know about a new item that someone could come up and ask for. Let me read this. Undermere. Ooh. I didn't mean to. I wanted to go there. The hell? Whoops. Okay, so if I click on stuff in the map, I apparently go there. And what are these? Who knows? Probably stuff to lay on the map at some point. I'm going based off of how the other game went. Thaumatic fields. All thaumatic objects produce a field of sorts. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing an object over a thaumatic lens. Diurnic field pattern. These patterns are not fully understood despite attempts to study them over the years. Yeah, okay. I've already been doing that. Cool. Reminder, I've stored a couple of items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door. It's from Eli. Can I go to the wine merchant next door? Where are we at? We are... Strange Antiques is number 29. And then... What's next to us? I don't know. I'm gonna guess it would be the one that's connected to us. Okay. Thursday. The proprietor, a Mrs. Cranmore, begrudgingly grants me access to the cellar when I explain that I'm from Strange Antiques next door. Yes, well, take the lot of them out of here, would you? I can't say no to Eli after all he's done for me, but I don't like the thought of those unnaturals in my cellar. Items discovered! Yay! Cool, so now we have new items to put on our shelves. Does it matter where I put these? I wonder. Something's dangerous to one another. Jack Hungerford. The nights are drawing in again. Dark shadows hide dark deeds, or so my father always used to say. Seems like the shadows have grown darker since he passed 2 winters gone. This sounds like Skyrim dialogue. Like some random NPC that you didn't ask for his life story. The creeping dark has set up my house. I'm told the shadow hold will draw it out. Okay, shadow hold. Oh wait, does it show? No, it shows that I found it. Whoops. Wah! It shows that I found it. Shadow hold? Shadow hold, or oceanic vessel. It's a container of any kind, sometimes a jar, bottle, or some sort of box. It can be used to contain an oceanic spirit, a manifestation known as creeping dark, pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound. These are decorated with an elaborate design called a shadow catcher, and this is what it looks like. It's got like these little ears and little loops. Let's look at it. Clay, orc, pungent. I have nothing to remark. Pungent is interesting because does that mean there's something in it? Maybe, is that the right marking? I think, yeah, it is. It's just sideways. Okay. Shadow hold. There's like literally nothing else that matches it, so it has to be that. Shadow hold. The item is a container of some kind. The design on the bottle is the same as the sketch. Yes. Now we know about the Sunbond. Sunbond is a small, lightweight design to be carried discreetly and made of some non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the gloom. Housing a gemstone. There's an auto-labeling option, the setting of adding labels by hand. If labels by hand isn't your thing. Oh, yeah, because I should write down what this is. What the hell is all this? A hunter's boon. Oh, okay, it does it automatically. Okay, nice. And this is, what was it? The shadows? Shadow hold. Okay. Shadow hold. So I've identified 2 things. I have a growing fear within me. I cannot let it take hold. This is like... Is this our sanity? Or is this the time? What is that? Let's just move on for now. David Schaefer. Looks like a postman. What's with all these ravens flying about Undermere today? I can't remember ever seeing anything like it. Not a good day to be the sort who believes in dark omens. A letter for you. We've discovered some papers in a hidden desk drawer in the boatyard last night. Mr. Jones almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. That man does like to burn things. They look old. Maybe there's nothing of much use here, but I thought of you when I came across an entry on the shin. Charlie Weathers. Okay. I'm confused. Where's what he gave me? Does that mean I need to go to the boatyard? Boatyard 8 or 7? Oh. Okay. The yard to see better days. A mess of broken and rotten timber covers most of the outdoor space that isn't taken up by upturned boats, slowly being claimed by the weeds. In the middle of all this, a man looks up from repairing a small rowing boat. You must be from Strange Antiques, he says with a smile. He takes me into the dilapidated office where 2 metal buckets collect drips of brown water and a thin window pane rattles with every footstep. He pulls a sheaf of brown papers out from a desk drawer and places them gently in my hands. Sleep vessel. Okay, so this is also for our book. Apparently it's an afterthought, and somewhat reluctantly, the man gives me something else as I'm leaving. I have no use for it. Don't even know what it's for. Ooh. No spooky item. He said, let me get this out of here. Nice. Cool. We're doing good. We're finding a lot of stuff. Stanley Hume. I want an Osik ring. Osik. That's pleasing word. To hold on to the tongue. Weird dude. Alright. Osik ring. These somewhat macabre objects were originally made as offerings to the goddess Fortune. Ooh. There's a index. It's neat. But the practice fell out of favor as belief waned. They are hard to come across now, but they are occasionally sought out for their ability to keep vermin at bay. Some say that they can hear Fortune's unearthly hiss when they hold an Osik ring to their ear. I was looking at something earlier that I could hear hissing. It was over here on this side. Okay. So, what was hissing at me? Wasn't it this? Because this was serpent bones. Yeah. You know, it makes sense because serpents, snakes and stuff eat rodent. Huzzah! Osik ring. Made of bone, this item satisfies the description macabre. Closer inspection confirms that a hissing noise can indeed be heard. Yep. Evocant. I'll read what that means later. Okay. I don't know. Edmund Bishop. Did you not already come through here? The behavior of these ravens is disturbing to say the least. As a rule, they only come together to feed. Ravens are omnivores, carrion eaters mostly, but they'll take anything that they can get their talons into. They'll kill if necessary. Why do people just come up and talk about the most random stuff? I didn't plan on dropping in today, but there's something happening out there and I'd like to know what. The voice of Cernunnos might help put me at ease, or it might do the opposite. I forgot, we've been... Oh, okay, so he's our first, like, new character. The ornithologist. Okay, that makes sense then. Why he's so interested. The 14th Lord of Gleeston Castle is a man of wealth and privilege like 13 before him. He is a man who would be easy to despise, as his father was, but he is well loved by those who know him. Now retired, he is a professor of ancient languages at the University of Cumbria, but his real passion is birds. His students learn to divert particularly dense lectures on Latin declension by asking about local owl species or by quizzing the professor on increasingly exotic bird calls. Edmund was only too happy to oblige, spending hours recounting stories of his adventures in Africa and New Zealand. Wait, what does it say on my cat? Devourer of souls, Jupiter. Jupiter is the thaumaturg's cat, or more accurately, Eli is Jupiter's thaumaturg. Jupiter found strange antiques, perhaps drawn to the curiosities within, and made it his home. Eli was more than happy to accommodate him. He learned early on that Jupiter was his own master. What? This cat is like... Reminds me of the cat in the Marvel movie. It looks like just a normal orange tabby or whatever, but it's not. His business is his own, but it largely consists of regular naps, terrorizing rodents, and midnight explorations of Undermere and beyond. What he does on his excursions is a mystery, but he seems to be well known among the town residents. Okay, voice of Cernunnos or whatever. I was interested in my cat. The name Voice of Cernunnos is used to refer to any bronze torque that has certain endued properties. With skill, such an item can be used to read the patterns of nature that are otherwise hidden to us. Oh. Well, that's a different pattern. I was thinking of the stone, but it says bronze. Cernunnos is a pagan god of the forest and nature, typically depicted as a man with antlers of a stag, often wearing or holding a torque. Which part is the torque? Is that on his neck? Bronze. Well. I think it could be that. Not that. It's probably this. Yeah. This is an item made of bronze. A similar looking item appears around the neck of Cernunnos in the sketch. Spirit Eye. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into a world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not clear exactly what they do show. Another layer beneath the world, perhaps. A layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. I think that's how it was spelled. End day. At my cat one last time. Oh, archive. Yes, I would love to archive. Let's see, that. Yeah. I did that. Oh, there's a little check mark. Hell yeah. Check mark on that. Yep. I got this stuff from the wine cellar. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Okay. I think that's all. Next day! I thought that was like an end of demo screen for a second. I got really sad. The black mare thundered through the icy rain, shining wet in the silver moonlight. Her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold, and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach Black Barrow. End of day 1. Are these as many days as there as you can play through? Just 17? I'm tracing this. Whoa, that was weird. An escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. Northwest, okay. Is this it then? Northwest? This was a mistake. He hid me in the first building he came to. Let's see what a hit does. I can ring the bell to call on customers, see if they have any notes. Well, okay, I'll wait to continue this. I know I can do this. Ah, well that's just perfect. Undermere fizzing with fear over these ravens, and the thaumaturg has left his apprentice in charge. I'm doing just fine, thank you. Sorry, my dear, that was rude. Pay no attention to me. I'm an old lady who got out of the wrong side of the bed. These ravens have got under my skin is all. Please do let Eli know that I was looking for him next time you see him, and pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of Hermetic Symbology. Okay, Hermetic Symbology by Quentin Holmes. That's what this stuff means. Thalamic disciplines. Okay. All these freaking symbols that we saw earlier that were a lot. Elements, materials, mundane elements, planetary metals, seasons, weather, Wicca. Don't know what any of that's good for yet, but okay. Was this plant here earlier? Maybe it was. So now we met the occult scholar. Verona Green. Verona has been a constant in Undermere for as long as the streets have had cobblestones and the churches have had bell towers. She is respected and feared, which she revels in, as she is revered and admired, which she tolerates. Her knowledge of the occult world is second to none. Her expertise has steered the citizens of Undermere away from the catastrophe on more than one occasion. The near misses of the Selenic Flame and the Woken Dendru are two such events that spring to mind. She is of the opinion that no problem is so great, no obstacle is insurmountable, that it can't be diminished by a properly brewed pot of tea. Okay. Maybe I'm not supposed to know what that means yet. I don't know. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're starting from here. Tess Sherwood. I feel paralyzed. I have no job, no partner, no friends, no prospects, and I'm frightened. I heard a horned shackle might be the answer. Horned shackles are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. In use, the horns are rubbed between one's fingers, causing them to become worn smooth over the years. They can be worn as pendants, but are much more commonly totems of some kind. So, that's horns. Like this. Is there anything else that has horns, though? I think that's like the only thing that makes sense. Oh, shoot! Guys, there's more stuff over here! There's freaking scales right there. Because I guess that some stuff weighs certain things. Oh my gosh, I did not know this was over here. Whoops, guys. I'm a failure. I feel like it has to be this. There's really nothing else. Dang it. It's clay. Failure. I'm a failure, guys. This part feels smooth. Oh. Maybe it's this then. Whoops, item has horns. Closer inspect reveals that the horns have been worn smooth. That's my bad. Vesicle. We used to prevent the spread of disease and pestilence. Among other oddities, flames burn pale blue in their presence. That's what this is for. That's what I just... Okay. So I just identified that. What was it? Orange shackle and then a vesicle. Yeah. I'll put a question mark though. Because there could be more than one thing that has blue light, you know, that burns. I can't type. I can't read. I'm struggling today. Okay. Postman! At least the weather's looking a little better out there today. That's it. Okay, thanks. Good day. You might be interested to hear that my plow overturned a strange-looking object yesterday. Come to the farm. It's yours. For the right price, of course. Kind regards, John Royston. Where is this farm? Greywick Farm? Are there others? Strange horticulture, so this isn't the same town. Thought Any other farms? Royston. Okay, Royston. That's the dude's last name. Literally right across from us. John grins as I struggle to hide my obvious interest in the item he shows me. Any hope that he might not be fully aware of its value quickly evaporates after a lengthy negotiation. I reluctantly hand him over the amount he originally asked for. Ooh. Little bird. Julia Braddock. Ah, Jupiter, we meet again. Our paths crossed late last night on Princess Street. We shared a moment before he slunk off into the dark on important business, no doubt. I wonder if you can help me. I'm visiting my grandmother later, and I wanted to bring her something. She lives all alone on the edge of town, out on Clanbrook Road. I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. Thought maybe a moon heart would bring her some comfort. Hope I can fix my levels. Moon heart. Oh, cool. That's not something I know. Oh, index in the back. That's right. Moon heart. Selenic totem. These carved totems, more commonly known as moon hearts, can be endued with a sentiment or feeling, such as love or joy, and then be held tightly to recall the same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both Selenic and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either moonlight or the night. So Selenic and Noctic. Selenic, Noctic. It's a triangle diamond. It's got a moon on it. That and that. Both possibilities. I feel like it's that, you know? Guys, I'm gonna die. I felt pretty sure on that. Oh my gosh. That's a moon shape right there. And it says I am overcome by a warm, loving emotion. But the thing is, I wasn't thinking that it would already have that emotion in it. I thought it would, like, because I thought we would need to put it in. I don't know why I think too hard on these. Oh, I'm dying tonight. Selenic totem. Carved totem. Owl is associated with the night. It bears a concealed crescent shape. Using the closer inspection tool tells me it imparts a feeling of joy. What letter is that? Volgengrim? I'm gonna die. Look at this. Daisy Winters. A friend of mine, or former friend I should say, has been stealing jewelry from me. 3 necklaces have gone missing over the past weeks, including one that was a gift from my late grandmother. Do you have a suitable pendant that I could leave laying around for her to find that will teach her a lesson and make sure it never happens again? That's hilarious. Binding seed or Enzia? Worn about the neck to place them closer to the heart, these innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. Zias are made of any single material except wood or clay. They typically have no symbol or other writings upon their surface. No symbol, not wood or clay. Oh, that has wood in it. So that's wood. So. I should focus on how it makes me feel. Strong sense of being watched. Well, see, this one says, I don't like how it makes me feel, but it's made partly with wood. And this one says, I have a strong sense of being watched, and it's not made from wood or clay. Let's look at binding stone again. I know I read a binding seed. So far, these are the only two that give me a feeling, right? Imagine it's that then. It's gotta be, yeah. Zia. This item is made of a single material, bronze. It bears no symbol or other marking. I didn't realize it meant like it's made from one material. It can be worn about the neck. On closer inspection, I feel a sense of paranoia. Shield charm. That's... okay. Emmett Burrows. They found a man just now in that house where all the ravens were. I wish I hadn't seen, but I did. He was sheet white, but it was his eyes that are going to give me nightmares. All black they were. It was like he weren't there anymore. I don't need to wait around for another sign. I'm taking my family to Sedberg, and I'll be taking a Libula to see us safely through. I don't know what that is. He could have asked. He said, I'm taking one. Libulae are reported to offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change, but they're not held in high regard by most scholars of the occult. That being said, an endowment of wisdom shows that a libula is not merely decorative. There's power of in symbology, as the old thaumaturgs knew well. So, should make me feel like smart? What? Does this triangle shape have anything to do with it? I didn't mark what this was. What was that called? Shoot. Okay, back to something that gives me feelings of wisdom, I guess. Lots of crackling energy flickers in the depths of my mind. Maybe? That is insanity. Oh, okay, so that's the symbol for wisdom. That's on this one. Would be that. Oh, an endowment of wisdom. Maybe it's just a symbol. Yeah. Cool. Witch's finger. Ooh. End of the day. I have no idea. Oh, thanks for playing the Strange Antiques demo. There's a lot more to uncover in the full version of the game, more gameplay elements to discover that we won't spoil for you here, much secrets to unearth, and a sinister plot involving ancient deities, dark articles, and a meddlesome priest that will lead to one of several unique endings. So, multiple endings. I remember in Strange Antiques, one of my favorite parts of the game was taking the clues and traveling on the map. So I'm very excited that that's part of this again. As you guys saw, though, I almost ruined myself. Like, I already, like, what, you know, the sense of dread o-meter, if you will, it was already pretty high. Like, I think if I messed up one more time, something would have happened. I actually don't know, though, because I've never had that happen before in, like, the last game. Yeah, I'm. There's no doubt I'm getting this game when it comes out. I might be playing it on stream. I'm not sure. But I loved Strange Horticulture, and so I'm down for another game that's similar, and apparently in the same universe as Strange Horticulture, which is really cool. That was spooky music. Well, guys, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Strange Antiques comes out on September 17th of this year, 2025, and I'm gonna be playing it. Are you gonna be playing it? Did you enjoy the playthrough? Let me know. And if you want to see more of my gameplay, go check me out on Twitch, if you will, at Ali Foxfire. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, week, and see you next time. Bye!